What's going on, Laker fans? Oh, Laker fans. Son of a biscuit. Freaking Laker fans. Gosh dang it, Laker fans. Damn it, Laker fans. Would like to curse Laker fans. I really would. I like to just kind of let it all out. You know what I mean? Son of a you know what. What the F was that, Laker fans? Freaking A, Laker fans. Okay. Let's see here. We got sound? We got sound issues or no? We good? We got any issues here? My bad, but somebody said no sound, so I'm just trying to fix it. We good? We good, Laker fans? All right, we good? Good. All right. Freaking A, Laker fans. What the hell was that? What the hell was that, Laker fans? I don't know what the hell to tell you. We got a lot to get into, and I'm probably not cool on my title to put what I put on there. But I'm going to go ahead and put that on there because I do think that's why the Lakers lost the game. AD missed two more clutch free throws. Okay, Laker fans, let me just say this. Let me start off with this. I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. I wish we were here having this show under different circumstances. We had a long post game show number one, and now we're starting post game show number two. Okay, let me just say this. Make this very simple. Okay, we are accustomed and we are trained that big time shots, big time moments, buzzer beaters, all that stuff, that those come with the game on the line, 3, 2, 1, and then bam, you have that big shot or whatever the case is. We're accustomed to that. Someone hits a clutch three at the buzzer. We're accustomed to somebody hits that 18-foot fadeaway to close out a game, whatever the case is. That's what we are accustomed to when people say game, set, match. But Laker fans, let me tell you something. That's not always the case. And our guy who has been on a tear, Anthony Davis, has been on an absolute tear. Missed the free throw against the Philadelphia 76ers that cost the Los Angeles Lakers that game. And missed two free throws tonight against the Boston Celtics that cost the Los Angeles Lakers that game. I listened to Anthony Davis. He did his presser, and the first thing he did in his presser was kind of point himself out and kind of put himself on blast, which, to be honest with you, I respect like crazy. But he just basically said, like, hey, this is on me. Don't look at anybody else. I'm why we lost the game because I missed those two free throws. I'm with him. I agree with him. There's other stuff. Listen, and I'll get into it. I know there's a lot more stuff that happened in this game. I know you could look at the Lakers having a 13-point lead. I get all that, and I'm going to get into all that stuff. That's fine. But game, set, match, if AD hits those free throws, you got to hit those free throws. Those are big-time clutch situations. You got to wrap up the game right there when you get the opportunity. Because the more life you give another team, as the Lakers have proven in these two games, Philadelphia and the Boston Celtics, you give a team life. They could do something with it. If they get that second opportunity, that second chance, they can definitely make something of it. And that was the case tonight against the Boston Celtics. I mean, I don't have to tell you, the Lakers ran out of gas when they went to overtime. It was already, it already felt like it was already a wrap. So, Lakers are 11-16 this season. Okay, a couple other things I want to get into. I hear people say this. I hear them talk about so real quick, just to cap off the Anthony Davis, you gotta hit your free throws in clutch situations. Hitting those two free throws is the same thing as hitting an 18-footer baseline jumper at the buzzer and the game is over. Hitting that free throw against Philly is the same thing as, down one and hitting a shot with 6 seconds left on the clock. It's the same thing. They're just done differently. They still count the same amount as points. You got to hit those free throws at that last minute to end the game. All right, AD's put to the side. I said it, and if you didn't listen to his post game, go listen to his post game because that's the way he literally starts off his post game interview. He's on himself that he missed those free throws. Put that to the side real quick. for those Laker fans or for anybody, I've heard people in the media already saying it. Hey, you know what? Lakers, they beat the Bucks. They're hanging with Philly. They're hanging with Boston. Hey, they're moving in the right direction. Um, if the Lakers had the Celtics record, then I would tell you, hey, guys, a loss here and there, it's not that big of a deal. If the Lakers had the Celtics record where they had margin for error, okay, you know what? They'll be fine. The problem with the Lakers is they started the season out 2-10. And when you start the season out 2-10, you do not give yourself much runway. You do not give yourself much margin for error. And the Lakers are a perfect example of that. So I don't want to hear when people are trying to make the case, yeah, but Al, you know what? They're hanging with teams. Yeah, but Al, you know what? A month ago, they probably get blown out by Philly. Or a month ago, they probably get blown out by the Boston Celtics. You're not wrong, but you don't have the comfort. You don't have the like I said, the margin for error to lose games like this. Laker fans, let me point out 4 games right now that I could tell you on the Lakers schedule. They started the season out 2-10. Do not forget they started out the season 2-10. You're exhausting all your energy just to get back to 500. So let me point out 4 games. Portland Trailblazers game, 3rd game of the season. You're up 7, 2 minutes left to go. They lost that. You're not going to remember, or don't tell me you're going to forget that, because I'm not going to forget that. You're up 16 against the Indiana Pacers, and you blow that lead. This is in the 4th quarter. You blow that lead. You're going to just tell me that you turn the page on that loss? You can't. Philadelphia, you have the ball with the game tied, and Philly saying, we don't want the W. AD here's the ball, go hit 1 free throw. He misses overtime, Lakers out of gas. And then tonight, misses 2 free throws, Lakers out of gas. I know Tatum goes and hits that clutch shot, but Tatum doesn't have to take a 3, just takes a 2. Lakers can't play the foul game either. So even if he hits 1 free throw, it could change the whole scope of the game. And that's 4 games right there that the Lakers, a team that started the year 2-10, that's 4 games that the Lakers have kind of let slip through their fingers. I cannot tell you that if you want some positivity and say, hey, they hung with Philly, they hung with the Boston Celtics, I cannot be on that boat because the Lakers are so far below 500, or they're 5 games now below 500. So I get it. I know some people try to kind of find the silver lining, the positivity out of it. I look at it as 2 missed opportunities and 2 L's for the Lakers. And both of those losses, in my opinion, the best player on this team is Anthony Davis. The ball was in his hands to close out those games, and he failed the Lakers 2 games in a row. That's does he play a lot of minutes? Is he tearing the league up right now? Absolutely. Is he incredibly efficient? Yes, he is. Does he get rebounds, blocks, this, that? Does he do? Absolutely, he does. I don't question any of that. But you got to hit those free throws. Okay. Let me read off some of these comments here. Alan, I'm drinking tonight. Tequila, baby. Do your thing. Got to drink some tequila? Drink some damn tequila. I don't blame you. If it wasn't Tuesday night, and if I didn't have to come back to the studio tomorrow to get ready for the show, then I would also be drinking, but I wouldn't be doing tequila. I can't do tequila. I mean, I can. I just don't prefer tequila. Get me a bourbon. Put that bourbon on the side. All right, Alan Sliwa, we need you to suit up for the Lakers to replace Beverly. Oh, my man, Patrick Beverly. All right, let me do this here real quick. Got this. It's been a while since I sneezed, so I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. Sometimes I sneeze. There's nothing I could do there, okay? Okay. Let's see what we got here. AD is not even a bad free throw shooter. No, he's not. He's an 83% free throw shooter. AD is actually good. By the way, thank you to the people saying bless you. I appreciate that. I think I almost took out my back, just the way I churned and sneezed. I might be out 4 to 6 weeks, to be honest with you guys. I have some back tightness right there. All right. Okay, now let's put. I did Anthony Davis. I did. There's no more moral victories. We're done with all that. Let me keep going. Thank you to all the people saying bless you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you very much. Okay, so let me say. Let me play the other side of this. Alan Sliwa DNP in parentheses sneezed. I'm on the injury report tomorrow. I'm on the injury report. Where's Sliwa? Well, he sneezed. He has his back cramped up a little bit, kind of the upper middle portion of the right side. So he's out 4 to 6 weeks. You're not going to hear me on the air for 4 to 6 weeks. Um, all right. Okay, so let me get back to what the hell I was talking about. Okay, here's the other thing for the Lakers. I heard Darvin Ham say this a little bit earlier. By the way, Braun was saying there ain't no moral victories. No, I'm not happy that we hung with these other teams. I like that. Let me take something I like from Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham said this. He said the team can't keep digging themselves a 20-point deficit the way the Lakers, they're down 20 in this game in the third quarter. I know they came all the way back. I'm going to get into the whole you were up 13. How did you blow that lead? I'm going to get into all that. But you can't keep digging yourselves 20-point deficits. Against Philly, they were down, I want to say 16 or something like that. And that was even with 4+ minutes left to go, something along those lines. I appreciate the effort of coming back. I appreciate how hard the Lakers are playing. However, you're digging yourself such a hole. You know what I mean? Like you're putting yourself in the worst position possible. And for the Lakers, you're just kind of trying everything you can to survive. You're trying everything you can to try to make it a game. And by the time you use all that effort to come back, you don't have anything left in the tank. I mean, the Lakers were basically playing to win in regulation. And the moment that they had to go to overtime, that's a wrap. The game was over. You could tell the game was over. AD or Braun. Braun missed 11 shots tonight. He shot very efficiently. Appreciate you listening at 2:30 in the morning there. Thank you very much for doing that. Braun missed 11 shots tonight, okay? He had a really good stat line. I think it was like 14 to 25, something like that. 8 of his 11 misses were from the three-point line. He got to a point where he's just too tired to go drive the ball. You know, it's so easy for us sitting on our ass and telling LeBron, well, just drive the ball. Yeah, theoretically, it sounds like a good idea, but the reality is I think he just ran out of gas. Simple as that. So stop digging yourself such a hole. Up 13 for the Lakers. And there was about, actually, I'm going to read this from, who was this that had this stat? Look at Clutch Points on Twitter, this stat that they have here, okay? Celtics' biggest lead was 20, and that was in the third quarter. Then the Lakers outscored the Celtics 41-9 and led by 13 with 343 left in the game. And then Boston then outscored the Lakers 29-12 over the final 3 minutes and 43 seconds of the fourth in overtime. It was like 3 different games in the same game. I had a caller who called in during postgame show number 1, and he talked about how the Lakers are obviously so dependent on LeBron and Anthony Davis, and even Russ tonight, who had a pretty good game. I mean, filled up the stat line, struggled from the field, just 7 of 19 from the field. I think this is the moment for the Lakers where this December 15th trade, you know, now you could trade anybody basically on your roster that signed this past year, this offseason. I think this is the moment where they need help. They need some guys. They need some dudes. They need a wing. They need a player that they can't have 5 guards on the team and you're basically depending on these guys and you're not really 100% sure what you're going to get every night. I like Lonnie Walker the fourth. I like Austin Reeves, but those can't be your potential 3rd or 4th best players every single night. You need can you get a player that can provide some real help to the other guys and help on a consistent basis. All right, I hope they trade Dennis and Nunn for someone. I think Pat Bev would be the guy that they end up trading, to be honest with you, because his dollars of what he makes. People want Bogdanovich. Yeah, the problem with Bogdanovich is going to be what the Pistons are asking for from a draft compensation-wise. Bogdanovich, I think, would be an unbelievable fit. Not a good defender, but as solid of a shooter as there is in the NBA. I mean, hell, we just saw him. Like I said, guy had 25 points against the Lakers. What was that on Sunday? 25 points on Sunday against the Lakers in just the third quarter. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody said I stopped watching 2 years ago. Where the hell did you go? Put the game on. Let's see what we got here. We need shooters. Somebody saying if alcohol will help. Can't hurt. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, someone's talking about 3-point attempts. Boston was baiting the Lakers. You want to take a three? Yeah, take a three. Go ahead. Jump right into it. Lakers were minus 33 from the 3-point line. I'll tell you what that means. It means Boston hit 11 more threes than the Lakers did. Lakers were 8 of 29. Boston was 19 of 48. So one team shooting close to 40%. Lakers are shooting about 27% from the 3-point line. So obviously a significant difference there. Significant difference. This one's a tough one. I don't really kind of, a lot of times when I do these post-game shows, I could find a silver lining. I don't really got one tonight. I don't. I'm disappointed that they lost. I'm disappointed how they lost. I'm disappointed in Anthony Davis not hitting those free throws. I was ready. I was getting ready to come back across the street and do the post-game show, and I was getting ready to talk about how that environment at Crypto was the best environment that I've been a part of since pre-COVID. Lakers had a weekend before COVID shut everything down where they played the Milwaukee Bucks at home. It was a Friday night. The place was rocking, and the Lakers won. And then on a Sunday, they played at Crypto, but it was a Clippers home game, and the Lakers won. The place was rocking. I was prepared to talk about how the energy was just awesome. I mean, I'm sitting in our little radio row section, and nobody stands up. You can't cheer really as like from the media perspective. Well, sometimes, I'm snapping a couple of these in, like I'm just kind of cheering to myself, whatever the case is. I'm fist pumping under the table. I can't completely control myself. It was, you just felt the energy, and you felt like the Lakers were going to come out with a W. And then before you know it, 13 turns into 10, turns into 8, turns into 5, turns into 2. And Tatum ties the game up. He's a superstar. And you give superstars, too many opportunities and let them kind of grow their confidence. Stuff like that happens. And I'm watching the highlights right now. Spectrum's got it on. They're up 8, 5:20 to go. Braun, a dunk. They're up 10. And you just kind of feel like, okay, hey, this game's a wrap. And then, like I mentioned, all hell broke loose from there, and the Lakers, eventually lose the game. All right, what do you guys got here? I've been reading anybody's comments. Feel bad for the fans that paid their money. Now, don't feel bad for. Let me kind of properly put this. That was a really good game, and it was the Lakers and the Celtics, and it was one of the better NBA games played, and it went to overtime. They got their money's worth. So unfortunately, their team didn't win. Okay. I'd rather get blown out than get a heartbreaking loss, to be honest. Michael Thompson and I have this argument in the pregame show, and he's with you, Max Anderson. He's with you. He says that he'd rather get blown out than a close loss like that. All right, let me read this one. Alan, do you feel the games against the Sixers, Bucks, Celtics propels them into that one trade away from being contenders area? That's actually a good point. I like that, Christopher. I appreciate you throwing the comment in there. The reason why I was so kind of instant to say, okay, hey, that December 15th date is coming up, I just brought that up a couple minutes ago, is because you don't have to go trade everything. You don't have to go and give up your 2 first-rounders, the 27 and the 29, but you do need to improve the roster. Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley is almost $20 million of roster space, $20 million of salary cap, which means you could go grab a $20 million guy out there. There's some good $20 million players out there that are probably available. The question is what kind of compensation are you going to give from a draft perspective? Don't get fleeced But if you can find the right deal, yeah, go make it. You got LeBron and Anthony Davis. Just 2 years and 3 months ago, they won an NBA championship. And I'm not telling you that that's going to happen again. What I'm telling you is, you know, you want to compete. You want to compete this year. Get to the playoffs and see what the hell can happen. You never know what can happen. It's two, you know, amazing players that Anthony Davis is continuing to look like he did back in the day. No silver lining, terrible loss. I agree with you there. Okay, Laker fans, I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Thank you for tuning in. It's 11:41 out here on the West Coast for those listening in different parts of the country and the world. Always appreciate you guys being a part of the show. I'll be back. What's today? Tuesday. Find something to talk about tomorrow. We'll do some more content that I'll find a way to get up. But I'm back on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. out here. So thank you for being a part of the show, Laker fans. And we will get back with you guys soon. Lakers losing OT. Freaking Lakers. The hell was that? Damn. Grab a damn W. I got YouTube here. They wanna hear some wins every once in a while. All right, Laker fans, have a good night.